Be a lifer.
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 Coming from BSU, I remember the interview was scheduled on a day we had senior design, and that was problematic for the professor, but we got through that, and I want to say there was 7 of us, and 2 of us got hired, and I was one of those 2.
Brian was just at Sweet Bee in the backyard, and I came in to interview as an intern, and thankfully, after bombarding Bonnie and Brian with phone call after phone call, I think they hired me just so I would leave them alone.
I had a prior relationship with Brian, and I still remember he asked, what do you know about engineering, or do you know anything about engineering? And that was probably the first time I really had to look inward and humble myself to admit that I didn't know anything about engineering.
Talked about it, we both agreed that we liked it, and within a month we decided we were going to pack up everything we had and move out to Idaho and start at Tamarack Grove. Totally fresh start, completely different, so that's where we started.
I don't know why Doug put up with me for so long, but he did, and that was to my betterment. And just the journey through that on some of those first few projects, not knowing anything, and then really being able to kind of accelerate from there.
So I've been full-time for 5 years, a little over 5 years, and it's all been great, and it's 100% due to the people and the culture. I just feel so blessed to come into an office where I get to talk with my friends every day, and we get to laugh and have fun and still be able to do something I love, structural engineering.
The people you hang out with at work are your family. You get to know them. You really get to know them, not just like, oh, I work with them 8 to 9 hours a day, I understand who they are. You get to know them outside of work. You get to know them while you're there. You get to have fun and enjoy what you're doing. And for me, that was a huge difference. That's one of the big things that really keeps me there.
I think Tamarack Grove is extremely special. Obviously, I'm biased about it, but at the same time, I think the culture that we have, the people that we have, the projects that we get to do, the clients we get to work with, the locations we get to do projects in, just all of it is so special to me. And I want to be able to share that with more people. And the only way we can do that, or one of the ways that we can do that at least, is by growing.
We're really trying to focus in on what does it mean to be a lifer? And truly from a humble standpoint of what does that look like for a company, and how do we go into the future of growing with that concept of being a lifer?
I love the concept of being a lifer. I think to me it means being committed. It means being in alignment with where we're going as a company, with the strategic growth that we want to do. We're not just growing for growth's sake. We're growing because we have something special here and we want other people to experience it as well.
To be a lifer means that you go to not just a job, but a career that you love, and it makes you want to stay there because every time you get up in the morning, you know you're going into a positive work environment where you're going to have fun and still be productive.
There's many moving parts as we go into next year of what that looks like for a company, with perhaps opportunities to acquire another company, to hire more staff, bring them to Boise, Idaho. We've really had to just up our whole recruiting efforts to go nationwide now.
You can make Tamarack Grove what you can make of it. So your decisions you make really impact your path going forward in Tamarack. So for me, having that ability and knowing that you have that ability makes it a huge difference. I want to stick around Tamarack because I can see what I've done. I can see my impact. I can help guide Tamarack down the path that we want as a company to go down. So for me, that's huge. That means a lot because then you can actually make a career out of it. If you're impacting it, you're making a career out of it.
What keeps me at Tamarack Grove is 100% the culture.
I'm cared about as a person, I'm cared about in this position, in this role, and I'm part of a team that's contributing to the success of our company, even though that contribution might look different.
I had worked at several different companies. This is actually, technically it's my seventh engineering firm. After working at different engineering firms, at different places, I never felt like I mattered. So if you don't feel like you matter, there's nothing really to look forward to in the future.
We want our entire staff existing right now to buy into where we're going. This is really with the efforts by growing and choosing to grow strategically as opposed to organically, the doors they're going to open up for just existing team members. And even the opportunity for someone new to come to our team in terms of what they get to experience within our 4 walls with the culture and the client base and the diversity we have.
And for those people to have the opportunity to be treated well at an engineering firm, to be valued at an engineering firm, to make sure that their opinion matters at an engineering firm where maybe that doesn't happen at other places, to me, that's amazing. That's what I want, is for people to come into an office, to do engineering, do something that they love to do, but just enjoy the heck out of doing it and who they do it with. And I think at Tamarack Grove, we provide that. So why not offer it to as many people as we possibly can out there?
Tamarack Grove always hires great people, and I'm looking forward to developing relationships with them. And also, as we grow, that'll give us more capacity to get different clients. And I know we want to pursue modular, and that's something I'm definitely excited about.
If I wasn't a person of faith and walked in faith in the decisions that I make and everything that goes into leading a company and being honest in terms of what my ministry is, Bonnie and I have heard over the years that your ministry is what you make of it. You can be anyone out there that really wants to make a difference. And if you let God lead you in your decisions and the Holy Spirit with just confiding in that, like, it's a game changer. It's taken me a while in my walk to get where I'm at right now. I haven't always been this way. But the peace that I have, knowing that there's just a bigger person in charge here, and I may be the bus driver, but there's definitely someone guiding the bus, and it's certainly not me. And so the confidence and the strength that I find in that really allows me to do what I get to do day in and day out and take the pressure off myself.
The work-life balance for us has been, for me, has been everything. It's been one of the biggest reasons why we didn't go search for another option when things were tight. Like, the ability for him to come home every night, tuck our kids into bed, always be there for me when I needed it. That was everything.
They really stress family first, and they want you to be happy in your personal life before anything else, because they actually do care about you.
Tamarack Grove has not only been part of my professional journey, it's been part of my personal journey as well.
There isn't a single thing that happens within our office that doesn't have a ripple effect on our personal lives. And so that growth to me is the part that excites me, is continuing to see the change that we all want and have it go hand in hand with our professional development.
So this concept of be a lifer, what does it mean? To me, it means an individual that's part of a team that's committed to where we're going as a company, buying into the big picture, being aligned, being on board to help us make that change, and really take this opportunity of what we have of growing our company to the next chapter of Tamarack Grove Engineering. Our strategic 5-year plan is to be 60 people. We're going to strategically get there. We're not going to just put a number on the wall and say this is where we're going, but we're going to find the right people. We're going to expand our client base, and we're looking for those that are part of our team right now to be a lifer, to help us come to the table each and every day to achieve the goals and the concepts that we've set out as leadership for our company to take us to the next level. Come join us and be a lifer.